Good morning. It's the San Jacinto Trail Report on Tuesday, the 18th of November 2025 at 7 a.m. here. Just pan around behind San Bernardino Mountains here at San Jacinto Peak, just below the peak because there's a brisk south-southwest wind. As might be clear, we had a additional dusting of snow overnight. The storm is right there, heading off towards Blythe, Arizona, somewhere in that direction. And if we pan around that way, you can see that the marine layer is still coming in at about 7,000 or 8,000 feet across the desert divide south of Red Tuckwitz there. You can also see it over here coming through. Where is it? There it is. San Gorgonio Pass. So this is a quick summary of, hopefully quick, of two storms. We had a relatively lengthy storm, complicated atmospheric river that did a lot of swirling around on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 14th, 15th, 16th. I was up here on those days. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do a video as planned on the 15th because my friend and I, Kyle, we were up here, and over the course of the day we ended up having 3 hypothermia cases to deal with from ascending hikers. Couple of mild ones, one fairly significant, which if anyone's been following the report in the at sanjackjohn.com, the San Jacinto Trail Report, the text version, they'll probably be aware of. Good news is all of those worked out fine, but they consumed a large chunk of the day for Kyle and myself. So I didn't do a video for that. That storm came in very mild. It was raining up here at San Jacinto Peak most of Friday, basically all day Friday, even into the first couple of hours of Saturday morning. Ended up with about 1.2 inches of rain up here, and then turned to snow eventually, most of which fell on Saturday. Was about 7 inches up here. Obviously, because of how warm it was initially, the freeze level was very high, slowly tracked down. Ultimately, we got a dusting down just above Humber Park, 6,500 feet. And so, for example, there was about 3 inches at Saddle Junction, about 5 inches at Wellman Divide. Then this storm came in, the storm that I came up for this morning came in overnight, and there was about an additional 3 inches of really nice, soft powder. Not sure how clear that is, but about an additional 3 inches. So we're currently totaling around 10 inches here at San Jacinto Peak. The latest storm was much colder, but moved through quickly. I can see on the San Bernardinos that it looked like it dusted maybe as low as 6,000 feet. Too much cloud around to say for sure here in the San Jacinto Mountains. Looking now, I can see Apache Peak. Yeah, probably also 6,000. May have got a little bit lower. May have dusted down to 5,500. But obviously with only 3 inches up here, it's only going to have added no more than an inch or two at most of the mid and sort of lower upper elevations, Annie's Junction, Wellman Divide, those areas. So probably still too shallow for snowshoes. I don't have them with me. I've just been post-holing once it got a little bit deeper higher up. I don't know if my tracks are obvious there. But around, it was very windy, particularly the first early hours of this morning. So quite easy to find even around here, the peak around here in amongst the rocks, drifts as much as a couple of feet deep, sort of wading through relatively deep stuff. The air temperature at the moment here is about 16, that's Fahrenheit. So that's about -9 centigrade. The wind chill was pretty brisk, nearly -4. So that's about -20 centigrade. So that's something to consider. It's going to stay cold. This latest storm that came through has pretty cold air behind it. I'm not going to dawdle too much more on details because there's another storm. We've got 3 storms total coming in the space of 8 days, and that comes in on the night of Thursday, so that's the 20th, I believe, and most of the precipitation's on the Friday, 21st. The rainfall at mid-elevations is not predicted to be as much as we had in prior storms. I should have mentioned that the Idlewild ended up with 2.7 inches in the storm over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is pretty impressive. I think they're calling for not much more than maybe half an inch, under an inch for sure. Snow predictions for up here have been pretty variable, ranging from a few inches to maybe even a foot or more. So I guess we'll see. That will obviously change conditions significantly, and at that point snowshoes will start to be warranted, certainly probably above between 8 and 9,000 feet, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In the meantime, obviously spikes I'm currently recommending really anywhere above about maybe even as low as say 7,000 feet. Came through an awful lot of slush yesterday on Devil's Slide. I posted a photo of that on the website, and that's once that refreezes, which it will have done this morning, then that certainly justifies having spikes even fairly low down. And I'll leave it at that. Hopefully more to come at the weekend, and safe hiking everyone.